So in this video, we're going to take the third spike and we're going to place it everywhere that it needs to go. So I've modeled the first one up here right where it needs to go in the center, and we're just going to duplicate it and move it down and scale it. So just like before, we're going to go up here to Object and Duplicate, or Shift D. We're going to move it close to where it needs to be, and then left click. So now we're going to pull this out. We're going to rotate it. We're going to try to rotate it like this. Right there, I hit the period key on the numpad, which centers up my view. Now you'll notice that the image planes are too close to our other geometry. So what I'm going to do is just leave this moved out on the shoulder like that. I think it looks better, and we really do need to have some spacing in between all these spikes. Now, one thing that we'll notice is this spike is a little bit too large compared to the image plane. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to scale that down. Something like that. And maybe rotate it back a little bit. And maybe move it down in and forward. Again, just go by what you think looks good. We're not trying to copy everything from the game model exactly. Game models don't translate perfectly anyway. So I think that looks pretty good. Now we're going to go back into our side view. We're going to grab our initial piece. We're going to duplicate that. We're going to move that down here. Now we're going to go to the top view and we're going to move this out. Alright, something like that. And let's see, we're going to go ahead and we're going to rotate it. And maybe move it in a little bit. We're going to go back to our side view and we're going to rotate it. Something like that. We'll move it a little bit. Just keep tweaking it until you get it where you want it. We're going to scale it up. And we're going to move it out just a little bit. And I'm going to rotate it just a hair. And I'm also going to move it down a little bit because I'd rather it be a little bit better spaced. Something like that. Alright, so now we have the last spike down on the bottom. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go into the side view. We're going to grab our initial object. We're going to duplicate it. We're going to move it down. Rotate it. Move it into place. We're going to go to the top view. We're going to move that out. Okay, so now we have all those spikes in place, and we're going to worry about mirroring them over later, but for right now, I think everything looks pretty good. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.